Welcome back to another segment of Dishing on Daytime. I'm back again with Chef Emily. Hi, always lovely to have you.
Lovely to be here.
Tell us what you're making us today.
So, it's almost St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I don't love a boiled dinner.
Okay.
I don't love your basic St. Patrick's Day. Boiled corned beef, boiled potatoes, boiled carrots.
She's gonna elevate us.
I'm gonna elevate.
Okay.
So today we're gonna be making two things. I'm gonna show you how to make a brown sugar and mustard glaze to roast a corned beef brisket, and we're also gonna make one of my favorite dishes of all time. It's called Colcannon, and it's bacon and cabbage and mashed potatoes. It's a good way to use up leftovers, and it's so wonderful. I can't even tell you.
Okay.
So, first little food science trick we're doing today. This is a half a pound of bacon in a cold skillet, okay? When you cook bacon, a lot of the times the meat part of the bacon cooks faster than the fat part. So what you get is crispy meat part and wiggly bacon fat.
Right.
Nobody loves that, all right? So what we're gonna do, cold skillet, and we've got about a half a cup of water in here as well. So I'm just gonna put this on here, and then we're gonna turn on the stove. So what this does, the water gives the meat a little bit of a buffer so that the fat can start rendering out before the meat starts cooking. So we're sort of equalizing how the bacon cooks so that we get the crispiest little bits that we possibly can.
Okay.
All right, so you can give this a stir. And while you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about our corned beef glaze. So I like slow roasting my corned beef brisket. Get it from Wegmans, already corned, already brined, and then what I like to do is take it out of the package, dry it off a little bit, and then cover it with this glaze. So I'm just gonna reach behind you real quick.
Okay.
And this is really simple and can be customized a lot of different ways. So I only have equal parts Dijon mustard. Thank you. Dijon mustard and brown sugar. This can be whole grain mustard if you want to. This could be any sort of fancy mustard you got for Christmas that's still in your fridge. Any of that,
Yeah.
totally fine. So we're just gonna mix this up until this becomes a nice little paste.
Okay.
So this, you could add any sort of flavorings you wanted to. If you wanted to go for a more barbecue, you could add some spice blend in here. You could make it with dark or light brown sugar. You could throw a little molasses in here if you like to. If you wanted a little spicy, you could do that as well. But just like this, perfectly good. This is what we're looking for, just a little paste. I'm just gonna spread that on the brisket that has the fat cap. Whatever side that has the most fat on it, we're gonna put it on that. And that way, when you slow roast it, all that fat pulls all that flavor down with the glaze into the rest of your corned beef.
This is science, guys. Pay
is
attention.
science.
Get your notes out.
So, about 250 to 300 degrees for a couple hours until it's nice and fork tender. And I'll show you what that looks like, because we got one in the oven.
That's right.
All right, so we'll see right here, before we turn this over, the water here in the bacon has gotten a lot cloudier. So that what's happening is some of that fat is rendering out into the water, and then when the water evaporates, you're gonna have more fat to cook the bacon in, so it will cook more evenly.
Oh, okay.
One little trick saves you tons of time. All right, so we're gonna switch this over. I already cooked some bacon.
Yay.
So we've got bacon going here. We're gonna sizzle this up, and to this, we're gonna add about a half, this is 4 cups of julienne cabbage, which is about a third of a regular cabbage. If you want to do this recipe quicker, this can easily be a bag of coleslaw mix.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna give this a toss, stir that up a little bit. The bacon fat's gonna permeate into all that cabbage, and it's gonna cook it down real nicely. It's looking good. Stir that all up. I'm gonna just make sure our burner's on. Fantastic. So once this gets nice and tender and caramelized, we're gonna add some mashed potatoes. It's so good. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna grab our corned beef.
Okay.
I'll bring it out here.
So you said some hours. About how many hours is a good?
Excuse me. For this guy, this was about 5 pounds to start with. They shrink a lot because there's a lot of water added to corned beef. This took about 3 hours. So
Okay.
you want to give yourself a little bit of time.
Okay.
All right. So I'll just slice off a little slice right here so we can see it before we plate it up. But this is nice. See how it's nice and caramelized on the outside? That's all going to be extra flavor. So I'm just going to take this and give this a nice little slice like this. This looks amazing. I love this.
Are we drooling?
We're drooling.
We're
I'm
drooling.
drooling already. All right, so I'm just gonna move this over here. You're doing great. So to this, we're gonna add a couple cups of mashed potatoes. I'll tell you, these were instant.
Work smarter, not harder.
If you want to go very fancy, you can make your own mashed potatoes. You can use leftover mashed potatoes that you made yourself. My favorite way to do this the quickest possible, already cooked bacon, bag of coleslaw mix, Bob Evans mashed potatoes. Boom, done. 15 minutes, incredible side. So to this, Just gonna go like that.
More
You
potatoes.
can smush that all around. And once this gets nice and golden brown and crispy, we'll try it. So, this is exactly what we're looking for. If your potatoes are a little bit drier, you can add some cream or some butter. You can squish this around. This is very good as leftovers with a fried egg on top.
Oh.
Because it's already got the bacon in it. So if, let's say, you need a nice starchy, greasy breakfast after St. Patrick's Day,
And we know why.
this, with a fried egg on top, promise will cure all your ails.
All your ale.
All your ails. So this looks fantastic. This is gonna take a little bit of time, so we're gonna let this go, but I want you to try
Okay.
our corned beef here, so I'll get you a plate. We had one, but I'm gonna do this and we'll just try it with our fingers.
Okay.
Because it's just us here, we're just cooking for us.
It's just us. With the fingies.
Yeah, so this nice, sweet little mustardy glaze
you.
looks fantastic. Cheers,
Cheers.
it. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Chelsea.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
So good.
Yummy.
Falls apart.
I love it. All right, this wasn't too bad.
No, not at all.
Do you think you can make it at home? I know they can. Don't worry. We've got all the information, the recipe over on our website. Thanks, Chef Emily.
Thank you.
Well, if you want to make this at home, you can find the full recipe on our website, daytimebuffalo.com.